On the last day of summer, 10 hours before fall, my grandfather took me out to the wall. For a while he stood silent, then he finally said, with a very sad shake of his very old head,
As you know, on this side of the wall we are Yuks. On the far other side of the wall live the Zooks.
Then my grandfather said,
It's high time that you knew the terribly horrible thing that Zooks do. In every Zook's house and in every Zook's town, every Zook eats his bread with the butter side down. So you can't trust a Zook who spreads bread underneath. Every Zook must be watched. He has kinks in his soul. That's why as a youth I made watching my goal. Watching Zooks for the Zooks watching Border Patrol. In those days, of course, the wall wasn't so high and I could look any Zook square in the eye. If he dared to come close, I could give him a twitch with my tough, tufted, prickly snickberry switch. For a while that worked fine. All the Zooks stayed away and our country was safe. Then one terrible day, a very rude Zook by the name of Van Itch snuck up and slingshotted my snickberry switch. With my broken off switch, with my head hung in shame, to the chief president in great sorrow I came. But our leader just smiled. He said,
You are not to blame, and those Zooks will be sorry they started this game. We'll dress you right up in a fancier suit. We'll give you a fancier slingshot to shoot.
And he ordered the boys in the back room to figure out how to build me some sort of crippled sling jigger. I marched to the wall with great vim and great vigor, right up to Van Itch with my hand on the trigger. Van Itch looked quite sickly. He ran off quite quickly. I am unhappy to say he came back the next day in a spiffy new suit with a big new machine, and he snarled as he said, looking frightfully mean.
You may fling those hard rocks with your triple sling jigger, but I also now have my hand on the trigger. My wonderful weapon, the jigger rock snatchin', will fling 'em right back just as quick as we catch 'em. We'll have no more nonsense. We'll take no more gup from you yooks who eat bread with the butter side up.
I have failed, sir, I sobbed as I made my report to the chief president in the headquarters fort. He just laughed.
All we need is some newfangled gun. My boys in the back room have already begun to think of a wally with Xena. My bright boys are thinking they're on the right track. They'll think one up quick and we'll send you right back.
Then Daniel, the Kickapoo Spaniel, and I marched back toward the wall with our heads hung up high while everyone cheered and their cheers filled the sky.
Fight for the butter side up, do or die.
We didn't do, and we didn't quite die, but we sure did get worsted, poor Daniel and I. Van Itch was there too, and he said the old pig.
The boys in my back room invented this rig called the 8-nozzled elephant-toted beam blitz. It shoots high explosives out of cherry stone pits, and will put your dumb kickapoo kid on the fritz.
Poor Daniel and I were scared out of our wits. I dragged and I sagged and my spirits were low as I thought that they could ever go. When I heard a boom ba and a diddle-dee-dill, and our butter-up band marched up over the hill. The chief president had sent them to meet me along with the right side up song girls to greet me. They said,
Oh, be faithful, belief in thy butter.
and they lifted my spirits right out of the gutter.
My boy,
Smile, the chief president.
we just voted and made you a general. You've been promoted. Your pretty new uniform's ready. Get in it. The big war is coming. You're going to begin it. And what's more, this time you're certain to win it. My boys in the back room have finally found how. Just wait till you see what they've puttered up now. In their great new machine, you'll fly over the wall and clobber those buttered down Zooks one and all.
Those boys in the back room sure knew how to putter. They made me a thing called the utterly sputter, and I jumped aboard with all my heart all aflutter, and steered toward the land of the upside down butter. This machine was so modern, so frightfully new, no one knew exactly quite what it would do. I was racing pell-mell when I heard a voice yell.
If you sprinkle us zooks, you'll get sprinkled as well.
Van Itch had a sputter exactly like mine, and he yelled,
My blue gooer is working just fine, and I'm here to say that if you yooks can go do zooks, you better forget it, cause zooks can do yooks.
Flew right back home, and as you may have guessed, I was downright despondent, disturbed, and depressed. And I saw, just as soon as I stepped back on land, so were all the girls of the butter-up band. The chief drum majorette, Miss Yuki and Sue, said,
That was a pretty sour flight that you flew, and the chief president has been looking for you.
I raced to his office. The place was a sight,
Have no fears.
said the chief.
Everything is all right. My bright backroom boys have been brighter than bright. They've thought up a gadget that's newer than you. It is filled with mysterious Mulaka Moo and can blow all those zooks clear to Salamagoo. They've invented the Bitsy Big Boy Boomerang. You just run to the wall like a nice little man. Drop this bomb on the zooks just as fast as you can. I have ordered all youths to stay safe underground while the Bitsy Big Boy Boomerang is around.
As I raced for that wall with the bomb in my hand, I noticed that every last youth in our land was obeying our chief president's grim command. They were all bravely marching, banners aflutter, down a hole, for their country and right side up butter.
That's when Grandfather found me. He grabbed me, he said.
You should be down that hole, and you're up here instead, but perhaps this is all for the better somehow. You will see me make history, right here and right now.
Grandpa leapt up at that wall with a lopulous leap, and he cleared his hoarse throat with a bobulous beat. He screamed,
Here's the end of that terrible town full of zooks who eat bread with the butter side down.
and at the very instant we heard a clup-clup of feet on the wall and old Vonage clucked up. The boys in his back room had made him one too. In his fist was another big boy boomeroo.
I'll blow you.
He yelled.
It's a pork and beans on the other side up, you too small so the leaves.
Grandpa, I shouted, be careful, oh gee. Who's going to drop it, will you or will he?
Be patient,
Said Grandpa.
we'll see.